Peanut butter and jelly, one of the classic all-time combinations. What if I told you though that today on Made for Two, we're gonna make a peanut butter and jelly cinnamon, a PB&J Cinnamon Bun. There isn't even a word for it. It's so fresh, it's so new. So we've got this lovely sweet dough that's enriched with peanut butter, and we're gonna start by adding our wet ingredients into our dry. We're gonna give that a mix, and then we're just gonna knead this on the table for about 5 minutes until we've got a lovely, soft, doughy ball. So I've just been kneading my dough for a couple of minutes, and what I've got is this kind of sticky dough, but we want to start kneading this, so I'm going to scrape it out. I'm just going to drop it onto a really lightly floured surface. And then this is the best part to get messy with your other half, because you need to get flour everywhere, you need to get really sticky, and what we're going to do is we're just going to knead it. And it's a really simple process, it's just like smashing the dough around. So what you want to do is take your left hand, if you're right-handed, press it at the back of your dough, and then with the heel of your right hand, you're going to push the dough away, and that's going to stretch it out. You're then going to fold it back in half, give it a 90-degree turn, hold it at the back, push it away, and just repeat that process over and over again for about 5 minutes until you're left with this really soft, pillowy dough. Your dough should now be really soft, and if you give it a little smell, it should be very peanut buttery, which is what you want. And I'm going to take a big bowl here, which I've lightly oiled, and I'm just going to drop this guy in, cover it with a tea towel, and we're going to leave this for about 15 minutes. We want the gluten to relax, that dough to just chill out a little bit, and then we're going to roll it out. And I've got the best hack ever for you for perfect Cinnamon Buns, PB&J Cinnamon Buns, every time. All right, we are back after 15 minutes. Our dough is puffed up a little bit, it's relaxed, it's chilled up, but it's time to roll this thing. So we're going to lift it out, and I've got a heavily floured surface here. Just going to put that bowl to one side, and we're just going to roll this out until it's roughly 17 inches wide by 12 inches high. If it's not that, don't worry too much, all right? We just want to roll it out until it's relatively thin, because you've got to remember, we're going to roll this into little spirals. So if the dough is too thick and you roll it up, it's going to be a big chunky spiral, and we want it to be kind of nice and thin. So lightly flour the top, and then just keep rolling until it's nice and thin. Once you've got a lovely rectangle, we're going to get on with the best part, which is the filling, the PB&J in our PB&J Cinnamon Bun. So I've got some smooth peanut butter here, and I've just heated this up in the microwave a little bit, just so it's easy to spread. I'm going to put this over the dough, and using an offset spatula or a spoon, just spread it out just into the edges. And now you want to add your jam. Now, I'm a J man, so I go heavy on the J, but if your other half loves peanut butter, you can go heavy on the peanut butter. You can use different raspberry jam, strawberry jam, anything you want, but just do exactly the same. Pour it on top and spread it out. And now you should be left with what is basically a giant PB&J sandwich. I mean, I just want to faceplant it, but I won't. And now I've got the best hack for you ever in Cinnabon, PB&J Cinnamon Bun making, because usually what you would do is you would roll it into a log and then you would slice it. But what happens when you slice it is you smush it, it goes just like that. It's not very good. And so that means you don't get perfect swirls every single time. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure little 2-inch strips like this, and then we're gonna roll them up. And that way you get the perfect swirl every time. I know, it's genius. Once you've got your spirals of perfection, I mean, look at those, come on. Wasn't that the best hack ever? I know, it was. You're gonna cover these guys up, you're gonna let them rise for an hour to an hour and a half until they've almost doubled in size. Then we're gonna put them in a preheated oven, and we're gonna bake them for 30 to 35 minutes until they're golden brown. Our bun has just come out of the oven. Don't get any ideas there, don't get any ideas. It's still really hot, and look at the spiral on it, the swirl. It's really nice and golden, it's glossy from all that jam that's melted around. It's just waiting to be eaten. And these are so much better eaten fresh. Eat them hot out the oven. So to finish it, what I'm gonna add is a little bit of a glaze. Now this is literally just powdered sugar and milk, but you could add a little bit of peanut butter in there and some jelly, anything just to make it more PB&J if you fancy it. But just take a spoonful, and we're just gonna spread this all over the top until it's nice and covered. All hail the PB&J Cinnamon Bun. I mean, these swirls are so mesmerizing, you could hypnotize anyone you want. Anyone! I mean, just look at them. So guys, leave a comment. What do you think we should call the PB&J in a bun? I think it needs a better name than that. Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the Food Network YouTube channel for more goodies like this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!